Hi everyone, I am Naomi Hoffman and I am presenting Group 4's Project Charter. I'm going to share my screen here. So our project that we're doing is temp work done for the 8th generation. And the reason why we chose this project is because we feel the urgency to obey the commandment given to all the saints to redeem the dead, and feel it's a privilege to do our ancestors' temp work because they can't receive salvation without us performing these saving ordinances. The team recognizes as well that it is a blessing to do this project and have been promised through various prophets that we will be blessed for our family history efforts. The scope of this project is specifically to find at least one 8th generation family member for each team member, and to do at least 2 temple ordinances for that member in the project's timeframe. The feasibility analysis is that the timeframe of the project is 4 weeks, and we'll need access to a computer and internet and use resources such as familysearch.org, and we will need access to the temple to perform the ordinances. The quality metrics that we have chosen are on time, complete, accurate, active communication, and resources utilized. We feel that this project will be on time if it's completed within a week, plus or minus the target date, which is in 4 weeks. And we feel that the project will be complete if the scope of our project is achieved in the allotted time frame. And the accuracy of the quality metric portion is that the information that we use to pinpoint our deceased ancestors is to verify their existence through more than one record, such as 2 different census records or a death certificate and a birth certificate type of thing. And we also will have active communication, which means that team members will rely on the Holy Ghost to guide them in this research, since it's the Lord's work. And we will also communicate with one another and help support and assist each other in this work. And resources utilized are going to be resources such as familysearch.org, ancestry.com, Heritage, those sorts of resource sites. There's risks involved with this project, as in all projects, and some of the risks that we foresee are power outages, poor health, limited records or non-existent records, temple closures, or printer malfunctions. In regards to power outages, that could be resolved by waiting for the power to come back on. Or if it's just isolated to your residence or neighborhood, that could happen where you go to a facility where there is power to be able to use the internet. Poor health is also a risk. If one of our team members gets really ill, we hope that that won't happen. We're using precautions such as adequate sleep and good hygiene and good diet. But if it does happen, the way we mitigate that is wait for the team member to get better and get back to work. Or we can also assist that team member with their responsibilities and delegate them. Another risk is limited records or non-existent records. Some of our ancestors have very few records available, and if that's the case, then we will extend to a different family line and go from there. Temple closure, that's a possibility if the temple in our area is closed for cleaning. So we will look at the schedule ahead of time of our project and make sure that it coincides with temple openings. And And also there's a possibility that the printer used for printing the name cards could have no ink or not any paper. And if that's a possibility, then we can have the names emailed to the temple, sent to the temple to be printed there. And we also will make sure that we have adequate ink and paper before projects start. So the resources that we will be using for this project are, as I mentioned before, FamilySearch.org, Ancestry.com. There's also Heritage.com, Find My Past, Hope Chest, and Record Seek. And we will also use resources such as family history consultants if need so, and team members as well to assist and support. And the temple is also another resource that we will be using to perform the ordinances. We expect the time that this project will take about 10 hours per team member. And that's including driving time to the temple and back, and the sessions at the temple that we will be participating in for our deceased ancestor. And some of us may have more time than that if we need to extend our pedigree chart, if it's not filled very much and we only have, say, 4 generations, then we'd have to get all the way to 8 generations. So some of us may have more than 10 hours, some a little bit less, but that's about the average. And these are just some of the expected costs for our project. A portion of the internet bill, electrical bill, fuel to get to the temple and back, and cost of ink and paper, and any fees that team members may want to incur with different research sites. They don't have to, but they may feel that they want to upgrade different packages on research sites for looking for deceased ancestors. And if they're contacting family members for information, of course, a portion of the phone bill can be attributed to the cost of our project. That is the conclusion of our project charter, and our team feels ready to go to the next step of our project phase and are on track for having a successful project. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. And I will close this out.